Hi everyone, I hope you're really well. I don't know whether you will be able to hear the boy, but he is playing in his bedroom, which is just next door. I was wandering around trying to figure out where I was going to film, and I thought, let's go to one of my most used filming locations in this house, and we'll go in the bedroom. So that's where we are. Thank you so much for all the love on that last very short video that I did, and for all of the love across Instagram and Facebook and obviously YouTube itself. I did not intend to have the long break that I did. It just kind of happened. It was largely due to the fact that it was Christmas, it was a busy time for us, and then literally I think it was Christmas Eve, Alex developed chicken pox, and then my husband burned himself really badly on Christmas Day, and events just kind of rolled into stuff, and yeah, I just don't really know what happened. Another factor was my old job as well, and I think I've mentioned a few things here before about my old job. It was based in finance. It was incredibly stressful. It was a very difficult job to do just on a part-time basis, and it just got to a point where it was really bad, but I kind of felt like I was trapped. I couldn't leave because financially I needed a job, and then I just wasn't really finding anything that fit, and it was extremely difficult. So I kind of felt like there was this compounding sort of stress issue thing happening, and that was another reason why I just couldn't pick up the camera to film, because I just felt like there was too much going on. And I know that sounds like a rubbish excuse, but that is the reality of it. And like I said, it wasn't like I was actively choosing not to be on YouTube. It was just one of those things that kind of happened, and January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, like 8 months later, I can't believe I've not uploaded anything. It's absolutely crazy. And what prompted me to do this video right now was because I'd logged into YouTube for the first time in ages and saw all these comments from you lovely lot who stuck with me, waiting very patiently, saying things like, when are you going to be back? We miss you. I'm watching all your old videos. And I just thought, right, I've got a new job. I've been in my new job since March, so it's not like it's been, you know, being distracted because the child has just walked in. So I've been in my new job since March, so it's not like I have only just started or anything. I have been in it for a while. It's a completely different environment. I could not be happier if I tried, so that's brilliant. Things did actually get better in my old job towards the end, but it was kind of too little too late really, unfortunately. And I think I realised that the world of finance just wasn't for me really. It just didn't really suit the kind of person that I was. So the job that I'm in now is very creative, and I'm quite a creative person, so that's really nice. I get to do things on a daily basis. I mean, I work 3 days a week, but I get to do things that I really enjoy doing and I have a passion for and I get a kick out of, so it's perfect. When I handed in my notice to my old job, they did actually say to me, wow, it's like someone's created a job just for you. So it really does feel that way. I feel incredibly lucky, incredibly blessed, and the guys where I work now are absolutely amazing. And I've gone from the world of finance to the world of jewellery, so it's, you know, very luxurious and special, and I just absolutely love it. So it's brilliant. So if you're wondering what it is that I actually do there, I look after all their social media and I help look after the website as well, and I'm learning so much. I love it. But as you can imagine, social media, I mean, social media was a part of my old job as well, but it wasn't like as important as it is now. And I just get notifications like all the time. My phone is going off and stuff. Love you too. Did you want to come and say hello? Properly? Because everyone's been wanting to see you.
Hmm?
Did you want to come and say hello?
That's the camera.
I know, but people will see it. Come here. Come and say hello properly.
That's all.
Come here. Okay. Oh, so here he is. You're going to say hello to everyone.
Hi, camera.
Hi, camera. Hi, everyone watching on YouTube. How are you? People have been asking to see you, you know. So I've been telling everyone about me and what's been happening in my life with my new job and leaving my old job. What's been happening in your life? What's new with you?
Ooh, I like playing with Lego.
Lego, yeah. And
I like watching Star Wars.
you do, don't you? That's one of your favourites, isn't it? And what cool thing is happening at the moment? Are you on holiday?
Yeah.
Are you on school holidays?
Yeah.
And then you'll be going back to school in September.
Yeah.
Into
Year 1.
Year 1, yes. So reception year is completed. You got a new teacher. And you're liking school, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got a new teacher and everything. You got lots of friends. Yeah. You can go and play now if you want.
Thanks, Mum.
Okay. So I did actually write myself some notes of stuff to mention because I'm sure I'll forget something if I just sit here and literally babble at you for like 10 minutes or something. So I've mentioned my old job, I've mentioned my new job. The house is coming along. There's still a lot that we need to do. We've made a few trips to IKEA. We could do with going back again. We're gradually sorting things out. There's still quite a lot we'd like to change, and we want to make some major changes to the kitchen. So at the moment we've got a separate kitchen and dining room space, and we want to knock through the wall that separates those areas because it's just not very big and we don't really use the dining room. We did start to get some quotes and it wasn't looking like ridiculous, but I've kind of got to the point where I'm thinking, is it really worth spending money making the house how we want it to be, or are we better off in a few years' time just moving to something that suits us a bit better? Now we've been here for like
2 years.
It's not been 2 years. It was a year in April. So what's that? April, May, June, July, August. So yeah, it's a year and 4 months. It's a decent amount of time. We absolutely love the house. I think if we could find somewhere with a bit of a better view, bigger garden, you know, just tweaks like that really, nothing major. So I'm not sure if this is our forever home, which is a shame, because moving is very stressful and no one really likes that. But yeah, that's what's going on in terms of the house. But not much has really changed other than that, really. What else have we got? Oh, Alex. Well, you've seen Alex and he's given you his little life update. He's been through things a little bit recently. He's had a lot of sickness. He had a sicky bug literally less than a month apart, and it seemed to coincide with it whenever I had a day off, which was a good thing because obviously I didn't have to take time off to have to sort of deal with it. But I kind of feel like we've had a bit of wasted time really over the holidays, so it would actually be quite nice to do something and actually go out and have some fun for a change. But one of the three of us has always been ill. That's kind of how it's been for what feels like forever. So we're hoping for some better health luck soon. That would be nice. The only other two things I had written down to sort of update you on were skin and hair. Now, if we talk about hair first, because this is quite an obvious change. It's a lot shorter than it was, and I hadn't planned for it to be quite as short as this. I went to the hairdresser for the first time in ages. It must have been about 8 months or something, and it was quite long, and I said I really fancy the idea of is it a graduated bob, where it starts off like shorter and then it gets longer. And I'd seen some amazing pictures on Pinterest of people who'd had it with curly hair and it looked really good, and I kind of felt like I wanted a style which felt intentional as opposed to some kind of mess situation like I normally have. And it was a different hairdresser. It was the same hairdressers I'd gone to, but it was a new hairdresser to me. And bless her, she did a ton of research in how to cut curly hair. She'd watched a load of videos. She researched into Diva Curl and the Diva Cut and how a hairdresser should actually cut curly hair. So she did a huge amount of research. Just 1 minute. What's that you've made?
It's a hose pipe.
A hose pipe. Excellent. A hose pipe out of toilet rolls. So she'd done all this research and it was amazing. And she dry cut my hair, which I suppose upon reflection, it was obvious she was going to do that. But I was actually really looking forward to the sort of semi laid down position, having the head massage and stuff, and I didn't get it, so I was a bit gutted about that. But I was willing to give it a go because of the fact that she'd done all this research. And basically what she did, I told her what I wanted, and she cut my hair individual curl by individual curl. And yeah, that was quite a process. It was amazing. Each curl, instead of cutting across like that, she went at an angle because apparently that helps the curls form. And it was all great, and in theory it was amazing, but it's probably one of the worst haircuts I've ever had.
Really?
Just pure, yes, really, darling. And I've had a lot. Just purely because I can't really do anything with it. It's way too short. She started the back off too high up. I was kind of hoping she'd start it more at like collar level at the back of my neck, which is still, it feels like it's a way off. My husband keeps saying to me, your hair is growing, but I'm not patient. It doesn't feel like it is. But if I just take it out a second, I never really wear my hair down because it just doesn't work. But this is what it looks like. I have tweaked the cut a little bit myself. I mean, you can still see there's a bit more length happening in the front, but I just had these like random long pieces that were doing my head in when I styled my hair. So I did snip a few bits myself, but it's so short I can't really do anything with it. So if I try and scoop it all up, I'm left with cute but, you know, annoying little ringlety bits at the back, which I suppose I could probably pin up, but it just kind of feels like everything is too much effort. So basically the curly hair saga continues. I mean, I don't know, some people might say, oh, I like it, it looks nice, but it's just not practical. And I keep having these pictures of my old long hair coming up on like Time Hop and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I miss my hair so much, why did I cut it? So that is a hair update for you. In terms of skin now, as you may have seen in my very short video that I uploaded the other day from my iPhone, oh, obviously got the camera working, that's thanks to my husband. I mentioned the fact that I turned 40 in July, which was like, you know, it happened. It's not a big deal. The number really doesn't bother me. I think what was concerning me more was the felt like I had to do something like special to mark the occasion. But because I'm a July baby, lots of my friends that I went to school with hit their 40th that little bit sooner than me. So a lot of people were saying, you know, don't put too much pressure on the day. Actually, maybe just enjoy and celebrate the whole year. So that's what I'm going to do, basically. We had a lovely day itself. We went out for a lovely lunch. But I think we're just going to pinpoint certain times in the year to do special things, I think. So in terms of the things that I got for my birthday, hello Winnie Pooh. I had some beautiful pearl earrings from my husband, And then largely I had money really. I got a couple of beautiful roses. You got me a rose, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful pink rose.
But I accidentally said it.
Yeah, he told me about this like quite early on, maybe a month before it was my birthday. So you can't tell him anything, basically. So in terms of the money that I had, I kind of wondered what to do with it, and I had a few different options, and I thought, well, I would really, really like to tackle and get on top of my skincare and make my skin the best it could possibly be. So it seemed to make sense to spend the money on decent skincare that perhaps I wouldn't be able to afford again. So I'm not really sure if this was the best idea in the world that I had. So I basically bought a load of skincare, and some of it's actually only just arrived. I bought it from Bath & Unwind. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, Bath & Unwind. And I've never had issues in the past, but I've heard that they can be a bit rubbish if things aren't in stock. And it did take, it was over a month for some stuff to arrive, and it literally has arrived yesterday and the day before yesterday. And one of the new things that I have got is this, and if you can't see that, it says Zellen's Power D High Potency Pro Vitamin D Drops, which if you're into skincare, if you're a fan of Caroline Hirons, then you'll know all about this. But I'm very excited to try this. I've literally been using it. This is my second day, so I'll report back and let you know how I get on. But it's supposed to be like the most amazing stuff ever. And Caroline, in one of her videos when she was raving about it, basically said she would be wearing it when she was dead or something. And I just thought, wow, that's quite a review. In terms of other stuff that I've also got the Zellen's Triple Action Advanced Eye Cream, which I'm trying out at the moment. It's very nice. Bit worried about how quickly I'm getting through it though. So yeah, it's very, very expensive stuff. I'm trying out, I've got a little pot of La Mer because that came up as a sponsored thing the other day. I could get a sample of it because I'm still on the quest for a good moisturiser for oily skin. So this is what's actually on my skin today. It's the Moisturising Cool Gel Cream. I've also got a little thing of Sunday Riley Tidal Brightening Enzyme Water Cream. And then I've also got a whole host of little Zellen's tubes like this, which came with the Power D drops. So I've got the Marine Complex, I've got the SPF, I've got the Transformer Mask, I think it is. The Balancing Moisturiser. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm trying out. What I'm really liking at the moment is, and I've so far only tried it in sample form, but I have tried so many of these, is the Zellen's Youth Glow, which is that one, and Age Control foundations, which I've been picking up samples from on Unique's Pick and Mix service. And I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I'm just trying to figure out which version I want, because the Age Control one has a bit more coverage. The Youth Glow just kind of gives the skin, I don't know, I put it on and I just love how my skin looks. It's what's on my skin today. It does give a fairly decent amount of coverage. You can still see stuff. So you can still see hyperpigmentation there and there, some spot scars, still got a scar on my cheek. So it doesn't completely obliterate everything, but the older I get, the less I want that kind of mask-like, you know, when you've got foundation on, even if it's quite a lightweight one, I just don't like the feeling of it. And the Zellen's foundations also are technically skincare as well, so when you put it on your face, you just feel amazing, and you look at your skin and it's like the nicest skin that you could imagine that's still realistic. So I'm trying to work my way in terms of improving my skin texture and how it's looking so that I can get away with using products like this. a little bit more. I'm also trying to figure out, obviously, the layering, like I was saying, with the correct moisturiser, just to try and stop myself from getting too shiny. But I'm not doing too bad at the moment. There's definitely a glow going on, but it's not oily. It's hopefully just coming across as the healthy glow that it looks like in my mirror. I can't mention skincare and not mention a little bit more about makeup, because I have tried quite a few new foundations since I had my leave of absence from YouTube. So if you want to see reviews on any of these foundations, I'm more than happy to film them. Obviously they're not going to be first impressions, it's going to be just more of a review. So I've got the Dior, is this the Backstage Face and Body? I think that's what it's called, in the shade 2N. I've got number 7's Hydra Luminous foundation in Cool Ivory. I've got Chantecaille Just Skin in the shade Nude. What else is new? I think that may well be it actually in terms of foundations, because if I've not been using them on testing them out, I've been using the Zellens foundations. The last thing I want to mention in terms of my skincare is the fact...
Here's your postcard.
Oh, thank you. Ah, he's even written mummy on it, and turned it into a postcard. This toilet roll holder thing. Thank you.
One for Daddy, one for me.
Ah, thank you, darling. That was very nice of you. Yeah, the last thing to mention in terms of skincare has been the fact that, gosh, how long ago was this? I think it was back in April time. I spoke to the Skin Clinic, which is SK and then the 2 dots and then N Clinic, about going to see them for a very specific treatment which I knew that I needed. I was scared about having. I have had about 5 treatments now, I think it is. I debated whether to mention this at all, because it's something that I'm not hugely comfortable talking about, so I may well do a separate video another time, because I've already been talking for forever trying to catch you guys up, and I don't really want to just randomly bolt this on the end of the video. But my skin has dramatically improved since I've been seeing them. I've got another 3 or 4 sessions to go, I think. I think it ends around November time. I go and see them once a month, and it's made a huge difference. I'm not about to be going down the road of having Botox and all that kind of stuff. I do speak to them about it because I'm kind of curious. I find it really interesting, but not enough so to make me want to have it done myself. But I have been having some treatments done. It's made a big difference to my face. It's allowed me to wear more sheer products. It's enabled me to be able to focus on skincare a bit better, because I'm not constantly having to try and cover up huge areas of my face. But yeah, like I said, I'll probably talk about that a bit more in another video another time, because it's a huge subject and it's not something to really be getting into right now. So anyway, like I said, I have been rambling a lot longer than I had planned to. But I hope you're all really well. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. I will try and upload videos a bit more regularly than the 8-month gap that I just had. I mean, hopefully it's not going to be another 8 months. It will be easier when a certain someone, yes, you, is back at school, because he won't be sort of all distracting and running around and stuff, so apologies if that was irritating, but it is what it is. It's the school holidays. Anyway, I will see you guys soon. Let me know in the comments if there is a particular video you'd like to see from me next, because I can tell you I have been saving my empties. In the end of my wardrobe, I had to upgrade my empties box to basically the bottom of the wardrobe. It's full of stuff. So I'm going to have to break that down into different categories, I think. So yeah, I've got empties to do, There's always the good old foundation reviews. There's get ready with me's, Q&As. What type of video you'd like to see from me next, mention in the comments and I will see what I can do. I hope you're all really well and I will see you again soon. Bye!